Good afternoon, this is Jeff with Sewer Tech Northwest. Today we're at 788 Harbor Lane Northeast here in Kaiser. On the left side of the home by the gas meter, going through a 3-inch ABS cleanout. We're going to check the overall condition and serviceability of the sanitary sewer line. We have water running, and I just zeroed out, and then we switch over to PVC pipe immediately upon access. Off we go. We transitioned a moment ago back over to what looks like ABS plastic. As far as I can tell, we'll have a better look as we come back at everything. And then we hit one spot in particular that has some standing water in it. It was on kind of a back-to-back turn. We'll check that out too. In fact, what we're in right now, we'll have to take another look at it as we come back. Every now and then you get households, newer houses that utilize cast iron under the ground. There's a couple joints I've come up to that kind of have a rusty red color, like that one in it. So that might be what we have here. We've reached the main here at 60 feet. We're going to go do some locates to verify where the line terminates at, and then we'll have a better look at everything when we come back. Alright, I've attempted to locate the camera here. I'm not having very much luck. I've walked all the way up and down the street in front and cannot pick up anything. And I get some kind of staticky locate signal around utility boxes. Sometimes you get underground utilities that kind of mess around with the locator. It's possible that's what's going on here. We'll pull back a little ways and try and relocate. I believe the pipe we're in right now, it almost kind of looks like cast iron. I think it may be a Schedule 40 or HDPE is my guess here. Doesn't appear to be ABS. ABS is a little bit shinier, or just regular ABS pipe. It almost looks like newer cast iron that still has the coating inside of it. You don't see this stuff terribly often, though, going out into the roadway. Doesn't make it a bad thing, it's just don't see it a lot. Alright, I'm picking up a reasonably strong signal in the front yard area, just on the other side of the fence line, but it's only about, from, as the crow flies, 12 feet away from me, which we're 32 feet out right now, so it's kind of, the line may take kind of a funky configuration or route. And I think there's something on property or around the street edge area that's putting off some interference. I think it's the utility boxes, but I'm getting some kind of weird locates out here. The line definitely bells out here. It looks like it transitions to 4-inch pipe there. So this is one of the areas I was referring to earlier where we had standing water. So you've got a Y connection that comes in here, which that could just simply be a test Y. It is right before the transition to 4-inch pipe. It's a pretty common spot to have a test Y coming in. And it's also feasible it could be some kind of party line situation too, but I would probably look into that. You've got about an inch of standing water here in this area. You do have some water coming down the pipe right now. It's a fairly clean spot. I'm not seeing lots of evidence of buildup and backups and things of that nature. Which when it comes to standing water, especially in newer smooth plastic pipe like we have here, where I start considering recommending repairs is once you've got an inch of water for around 5 feet. That's with no water running at all. It's at that point where I typically will start to see toilet paper slow down and stop up in the standing water. That doesn't necessarily mean it's blocking the pipe. But then I also go off of buildup and evidence of flow problems over the years. This area here is very clean. The top of the pipe is super clean. There is no backup debris or evidence that it's ever happened in the past. So in my opinion, I don't really have enough here to make a strong case for why you should do a repair on this area. Ideally, it doesn't have any standing water in it at all, but based on the cleanliness of the sewer line here, it shows no signs of past flow problems at all. And you have some standing water that extends out here to around 22 feet. This is super, super minor. We have water going through the line right now too, just so you know. This is all drained out. This area here has about a 1/16 to 1/4 inch of standing water. And then this spot here, right where you drop into this Y connection, you've got about an inch, but just for the first couple inches of it, it drops off very, very quickly down to under 1/4 inch. Right here you've got about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch. So what I would do though is just verify that this is not some kind of non-conforming party line connection here. Anyway, in my opinion, there's not enough here to justify a repair to fix this. And your standing water, the majority of it is, again, for the first maybe few inches of that, and then it immediately dissipates out to about a 1/16 of an inch of standing water. So you're close to an inch there for not even really a foot of that area. And in total, your belly here extends from 20 feet to 22 feet. It's way too minor and not showing any signs of flow problems. In my opinion, it's just not something I can recommend a repair on. That doesn't mean that it won't come back up during when you sell the house. Don't put lots of grease and junk down your sewer line. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that really causes problems. But in the world of bellies, this is a very, very small belly. All right, so I put a paint marking down on the ground here for reference purposes. And the only reason I say that is the way that this Y is configured is a little bit strange. Normally, if you're coming up to a test Y, which is very similar to a clean out, the Y comes into the side of the pipe. Typically, the sewer line doesn't connect onto it like this is. It's kind of hard to explain unless you've looked at lots of piping, but usually in a situation like this, you'll be sitting in a piece of pipe like this, and an opening will form in the side of the pipe where a Y comes into it. In this circumstance, the line is connecting onto another piece of sewer pipe. It's not my favorite way of putting a sewer line together, but again, based on how clean this is, I don't see evidence of flow problems or backups or anything like that. So what I would check into, though, here is making sure that this is not some non-conforming sewer pipe, party line type of situation. The way this is designed here, it would almost appear that we're tying onto someone else's sewer line based how this Y connection's put together. So I put a marking down in the front yard area. I would look into that. And just the route the line takes is a strange one. It really is. The line almost heads towards the opposite side of the property, hits this Y connection, then shoots the other direction. So I don't know why it was designed this way, but if it's a party line with the neighbor, that might kind of explain things as to why it was put together like that. I would just double check into that. Every city's different with party lines, and again, that more than likely that looks just like a test Y to me. The area is super clean. There's no buildup in it, or it shows me that it looks like another home's tied in there, but it's a hard one to say. And then we have a little deformation here in the bottom of the sewer pipe. Again, no blockage evidence, debris buildup, anything like that, and the plastic at the bottom of the pipe is intact. So that's nothing more at this point than just a blemish. It does not appear to be affecting flow. Now we're going to go ahead and reel the camera out of the sewer line. We have adequate flow to the main lateral connection. both the ABS and PVC portions of the sewer line. Then again, there's some pipe out further, the black pipe, as it goes out into the roadway. It would appear to be a type of ABS, like Schedule 40, something like that. It could be cast iron. That's a little harder spot there to tell. The line is functioning at this time. Again, the belly's too minor, in my opinion, to recommend repairs on. No evidence of flow problems. I would just check into that Y connection